Good morning. Real fast, I just want to mention that there will be this black bar on top of the screen every now and then because I don't want my bookmarks being seen. Ain't nothing bad about it. I just don't like having my bookmarks up. And number two, this is in no particular order. I am so hyperfixated on the Psychopomp series that some of the stuff I'm saying is just me talking to myself and me processing what I'm seeing and vocalizing it out to you. So if any parts get confusing or you're like, where's the chronological order of this? I go into a TLDR of that later. And yeah, no, I'm just ranting about my favorite game. My favorite game and developer. Okay, enough glazing. Cue the actual thing. Hello, everybody. I meant to do this a lot earlier, but I didn't necessarily have the time. So I just really want to go into detail about the Psychopomp 2 trailer, how it connects to the previous game, and my theories in terms of like what's happening, like, you know what I'm saying? So immediately to pre-surface, I have a video from 7 months ago that still kind of holds up in terms of Psychopomp setting and lore and everything. So if you are interested in that, it will be in the description. But regardless, we're gonna do this bit by bit. So automatically here, already, right? Mercury does in fact have a 3D model, and I'm so excited because it seems like the joints and the fidelity of it are like improved compared to Vena's actual model. So if I were to go into Psychopomp right now, actually, okay, wait, do I not? I thought I, okay, no, I do have it. Can I, no? Are you telling me that my save file? Okay, wait, this is actually so embarrassing. I don't think my save, I don't think this is the save that allows me to go into third person. Are we serious? This is actually so sad. Okay, I mean, Vena, she does have a 3D model. If you beat the game one time in Psychopomp Gold, not Psychopomp, but Psychopomp Gold, you can, whatchamacallit, like, you can go into third person, and she has third person animations and everything that you otherwise wouldn't see with the original first person model. By the way, this is like one of my favorite levels in Psychopomp. Actually, and while we're here too, I'm going to switch tabs over to the thingamajig again. But yeah, long story short, Mercury has a 3D model now. I'm really excited and I'm really happy because you could actually see it if you were to go for the second ending in Psychopomp Gold. You actually get to play as him for a little bit. This is really exciting, so I'm really happy for that. And this is what caught me off guard for a second. If you know about the ending, well, it was the secondary ending in the original Psychopomp when you were in the motel. The king of all dogs described something being like, oh, you have to go to the bloody earth and freaking stop this chick from doing some bullshit. I have like 10 hours in this game total between both games. I'm trying to access a screenshot right now. So unfortunately, I think because I'm on a new laptop, my saves didn't transfer. And all of the probably 100 screenshots I have between both games are just gone. Completely gone. So that's kind of disappointing, but it's okay. But essentially, between these two things, the King of All Dogs mentioned something called the Bloody Earth. Look to the skies. Do you not feel it? When you set your eyes upon the bloody earth above, do you not see it? If you don't know, in Psychopomp, there is a distinct, like an apparent distinct difference between the earth and the bloody earth. Go further down to here, there is this caving hole in the earth right here, right? Like, let me play a little bit of it. Right here. And I'm gonna get back to this later. There is a distinct color difference between the bloody earth and the normal earth. And if we actually go into, I'm gonna open Psychopomp again. If we go into, or actually, it might even be in here. Well, actually, right here is a good example too. Everyone Everywhere Has Secrets. The beginning cutscene shows what seems to be a very distorted, gross looking earth that has this weird eyeball looking thing, which would correspond to this piece right here. And I'm going to open Psychopomp again to go find it. Okay. Back at it like a crack at it. We're going to go ahead and just get straight into the elevator. Okay, here we go. That cutscene, I had mixed it up within the first like 20 minutes of the video, but essentially what we're looking at right now, that's the bloody earth. That's what Venus trying to get back to. We're on the normal earth right now, which would make sense as to why the Thrates are roaming around and everything. It would line up with the evolution in the last game. So I'm gonna cut back to recording me. That is that exact thing right here. So this means, at least what it means to me, because at the end of the game, when you acquire the first ending or the main ending, we see Vina gain her dragonfly wings and fly off into space. And then, I don't remember if it's both Psychopomp and Psychopomp Gold, or just Psychopomp Gold. But when you attempt to go for another ending, like you continue and you restart, there's this thing in there that mentions disconnecting and having a new host, which the new host obviously is Mercury. I don't I don't know what to tell you. I think that's pretty easy to establish. We also have something with the King of All Dogs where he mentions that it's tiring keeping them both up at the same time because it could cause a lot of havoc around and a bunch of other stuff. Look, that is literally, this takes place directly after that talk we have with the King of All Dogs in the the second ending. And if you were to try to play as Mercury and Psychopomp Gold for the secondary ending, where we're in that sand dune area. Like, this is her. This is directly after the first ending. Which is insanely cool. And I love that right here, too. There was this one thing I was going to say, and even though her specific animal is the dragonfly, I just want to mention how much this resembles like a praying mantis to me, and I am so fixated on praying mantises. Don't play with me. Don't play with me right now. I am so fixated on them. Like, the mandibles and everything, they kind of share a kind of similar head shape. Like, if I were to go to dragonfly anatomy, like, let's compare for a split second. We have the compound eyes. They don't wrap fully around her head, but you kind of see that point. I feel like everything past the cross line would be her face. Like, this would be the head plate, obviously. I think it's the Polypus, reminds me of her hair, along with these little two dots in between being the eyes, and the labrium obviously being like her mouth. But it's strange because if this were to be a dragonfly, she would not have those mandibles coming out like that. Unless there's like something else I'm missing. Is that the mandible right there? Dragonfly mandibles. This is more research than like actual stuff. Okay, their mandibles are like tiny. These are some no kidding beefy mandibles, which is why I'm saying it feels like a mix of a praying mantis and a dragonfly. So like right here, we have the compound eyes, which are made of like millions of different cells. We have the come back. Where are you? I need a better picture. Praying mantis diagram. This is the diagram I like to use a lot. Open image in new tab, please.
That's a wonderful idea.
We're gonna zoom in a little bit. Here we have the head section. Stop doing that. We have these little mandibles right here alongside the actual compound eyes, the little antenna. They actually have 3 little eyes up here. And I was saying that, let me open Fire Alpaca right now, actually. I'm gonna do a deep dive. Praying mantis face. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, I love him. Okay, so let's take that for example. And oh my god, that is a huge picture. So obviously these parts right here would be like the compound eyes, which are full of multiple cells. Fun fact about praying mantises too, their vision is a lot better than humans. It's like a very advanced version of humans, to where they only really process pictures actively when the subject is moving. So we have these big beady eyes, and I would say this part right here, which if I'm correct, there is a term for that area. Yeah, the lower fronds right here. These lower fronds remind me of this head plate right here. And then where the vertex, the ocelus, the frontal sulcus, and everything up here would make up this section of her helmet. This is where the other 3 eyes are. This is the vertex right here. Obviously, there isn't really anything to resemble a vertex right here. And I would honestly argue, and this is just me geeking out, so it doesn't really have any relevance. Hair and everything would represent the cyclist right here, at least in my opinion. And like the little bumps right here in the mandible would resemble like her eyes, except I don't know. And then I would actually argue that these little threads dangling right here would be the actual mandibles. And what's actually kind of insane about that is the fact that right here, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this really fast. We can see the mandibles open like a praying mantis. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying shit out of my ass. That's literally the way a praying mantis's mandibles open up. Like, hold on. I'm not shitting out of my ass right now. Like, I kid you not. That is the exact way those mandibles would open up right here. And actually right here, it looks even more like a praying mantis in the terms of the face shape. I also like these little eyes and stuff right here. So I wonder, and this is completely outside all of this. This her being looking like a praying mantis isn't making any point in particular. This is just me geeking out about 2 of my biggest hyperfixations. I believe that we possibly might have Vina as some sort of final boss, because if we go into the video again, new elevator scene, which I am obsessed with. This looks really cool. I like it. And what's strange is I thought that Mercury would be like more of a gold in menu, but I guess his color is purple, which is interesting. And I wonder if his menu is going to be like a purple too. We see, I don't know what these are. They're like, they don't look like a weeping angel. But like, and they look like they come in herds. Like, I want to know what this species is. Because if... Because in theory, if we are going to the bloody earth, like returning to the bloody earth, then it wouldn't make sense as to why they look like that. But also, in context of this scene right here, where she's staring down at it, after previously staring up at it, actually. I'm trying to remember clearly of what I said in the previous video. If my theory with that was the case, then why would she be looking down at normal Earth from here? Now, actually, isn't there a scene? Because I was drawing this particular piece right here. The Earth that the characters are on now, or prior to Psychopomp 2, is normal Earth. However, the one that she's looking down at now, that's the Bloody Earth. Okay, I'm glad I figured that. It only took me 22 minutes to figure that out. Really 30, thanks me. But circling back to everything, I'll review over everything later. Obviously more creatures, and I just want to make note of this UI right here. This UI is very different from the other UI in... Hold on. Come on, where are you? Right here. This is the UI when you play as Mercury in Psychopomp Gold. But it seems like they've completely like renovated it to look much more similar to Vena's UI where it's like the little thing in the corner, stamina, health, the compass and everything. Except right here, you can switch between your like options like look, talk, speak, kill. Touch, kill. It seems like you could flip through them right here. And then your stamina, I think, is right here. This is your... like, your health state. Like, it shows your health state. And I'm curious of where stamina and everything is. And it seems like we're actually getting, like, more 3D cutscenes. Which is really cool. And, like, I like the boning on the eyes. That's really cool. And I love that we're getting more of these cutscenes because I'm not even gonna front. There wasn't a lot of 2D cutscenes in Psychopomp or Psychopomp Gold, but the fact that we're getting these, this is like one of my favorite screenshots right now. I might actually make that my background. Love, love, love it. Love how raw and gritty and posterized it is. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. How the model is actually a lot more advanced, it seems like. And yeah, no, I was right. This is stamina. Look very closely right here at this little orb thing right here. Pay attention to this. The way he's backstepping. And it's regaining. That's stamina. That is 100% stamina. If I were to go back to... right here, the stamina was represented in purple and health was always represented in red, but in here it looks like stamina is represented in blue, and this is like a overview look, so this isn't finalized, so I can't say for sure what health is, but maybe there is no indicator for health but the icon for Mercury anymore, which is cool. I like that a lot. Because if you were to play the original Psychopomp and Psychopomp Gold, one of the ways you could tell what your health was, aside from like the health vial right here, was the icon. And I think there was one area where I mentioned the icons as like a small little, oh, this is a really nice detail, you should see this type of thing. But moving on. 3D cutscenes. This, I want to know what this is. What planet is that? Are we like traveling through different planets? And are there actually passive NPCs? Like, that guy's passive. Is that a wait. We're gonna rewind a little bit here. Go back. Is that a 3? What is that? Oh, that is a 3! Okay, wait. Where? It is a specific symbol. I don't remember if that's Mercury symbol or Venus symbol. Like, sounds Mercury symbol. Here we go. Okay. This is what I was looking for. That is a symbol for Venus. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think that might just be the planet Venus. I mean, it would make the most sense. But the Threat being on there is what confuses me, because in universe, the Thraits were the second evolution after humans, because the humans went extinct. Or they were in captivity years ago. I don't know how many years ago. And then the Thraits came by and were just kind of making do with whatever they left, which was a lot of dumb stuff because pollution and everything. So why would there be one up here? That's the part I don't know, but I'm intrigued to know why. And then this is actually where we end off on in the original Psychopomp. Like the first Psychopomp, like no joke. Like the big one. Oh my god. I'm mad that I don't actually, I might have my screenshots in something. Hold on. Bless my heart and soul, because I had a whole reservoir of images in one server. So yeah, we can see what looks to be like the Bloody Earth up there. King of all dogs. This is the motel that we're in. Except it's nighttime now, and I don't know what that tower is, but this looks like to be a really improved looking version of the motel. And it actually looks like there was a graphics update in Godot. And there's also like a beating little icon, like, because right here, the icon looks fine. But then if we go like here, there's like this red beating circle around it. So I guess the indication is the icon. Yeah, no, the indication has to be the icon. We also get more 3D cutscenes. That's... And I just want to pre-surface back to, now that I have all of my screenshots, to right here. Look to the skies. Do you feel it when you set your eyes on the bloody earth above? Do you not see it? Something terrible has awoken. Which would be... Where are you? Which would be her. She's awakened to her true form again. I'm going to mention this cutscene right here for when you switch over to Mercury's place near the motel where the King of all dogs is, where Vina breaks free and the connection to the subject is lost. So then an alternative subject is found, which ends up being Mercury, who in this instance we are playing as in this game, right? So we are going to the Bloody Earth to stop Vina, because apparently we're the only person who can do it, because like Mercury, Venus, Aphrodite, other guy, I don't really know, but yeah, no, I'm just really excited, because like, look at her. I want a plush of this form. If Carbonic can make a plush of this form, that is going in my cart immediately. I am not an impulse buyer. I do anything but buy, really. But I would get a plush of this version of Vina so fast. I also like how her anatomy changed here. Like, let's really get a highlight on this. The dragonfly arms that were in the cutscene. She has these little toothpick legs. Really bulky arms. Kind of like a golem-y form. And we can see how, like, the little mandible thing works right here. It's like you have the actual size right here. If I go back to my thing. Labial palp, maxillary palp. Yeah, like the little palps on the mandible on the side. And then when she opens her mouth, this piece comes down and these two pieces go out. Wait, actually? Wait. Hold on. I'm not geeking, right? I'm not geeking, right? I'm not ooh, I'm not geeking, right? I'm not geeking. I'm not tweaking. Y'all. Tell me I'm crazy. I wish you would. If you did, I probably would tell you maybe. Don't play with me, bro. Don't even. Don't do it. Don't even try it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to even hear you try. This is my autism. And I love her, and I need her in this game right now. I need this game right now. But I'm actually really excited. I hope Carbonic spends all the time he needs to get this game to the best potential as possible. Nothing that I said made any sense. This has no format whatsoever. It's just me yapping about my favorite game ever. But yeah, long story short, if you want the TLDR, we are playing as Mercury, who is sent out by the King of all dogs to go neutralize Vina after she left normal Earth to go to the Bloody Earth. To pre-surface, this is the normal Earth. That is the Earth that we were playing on as Vina, where she thought that there were catacombs under buildings, and this is the same place where apparently humans died. We had Thraits. Thraits died. We had more humans, or vice versa. We get new 2D cutscenes and a really big graphics update. We cycle through our interaction options on this side. This blue circle is our stamina, and this red circle is our health. It is an indication of our health from what it looks like. So we no longer have the little vial things. We can only determine things off of the icon and the way it pulses like that. And then we also have new creatures in the catacombs, which is really cool. New 3D cutscenes and improved models, it seems like. More 2D cutscenes I'm really excited for. Apparently we're going on different planets from what it looks like, because there's a Thrait up here on what looks to be Venus. I also like the really stretched raw graphics. It reminds me of like a haunted like N64 game. We also have an updated version of the motel that we're left off at when we played the original game, except it's nighttime. It seems to be well. This thing, creepy as hell. Creepy as whatever, bro. Just like explain that to me. It seems like animations were improved too, because like that is raw. And a bunch of new places. I don't necessarily know what this place is right here, but it looks cool. We also have more 3D cutscenes, which is really nice. And that's the Bloody Earth. That's Vina after the events of the first game and the first game's revamp. In her queen, I'm gonna call it her queen form, or like her true form. She looks a lot like, obviously, like a ethereal kind of futuristic dragonfly, but I also believe she has properties, at least in the face, like a praying mantis, because of the way the mandibles open up. The way the palps come out, the way the mandible goes down, and how these little segments right here look like the compound eyes of more like a praying mantis, but still like a dragonfly. Her model also seems very improved too, like at least the way the eyes and the face operate. I just like carbonic style, okay? Coming soon, in full development now. Psychopomp and its assets are copyrighted material by Fading Club Games and Finn Tugway. Content not yet rating across boards. So it'll be done whenever it's done. This isn't a trailer that's supposed to give out a date. It's a trailer to bring Happy be like, you guys thought that I wasn't gonna make a Psychopomp 2? Psych! Because literally nobody thought that Psychopomp 2 was going to be made. I thought he had said something that there wasn't going to be a second game, or he was thinking about making a second game on an interview. I think he said he was thinking about making a second game. And here we are, not even opening my Steam page right now. Here we are, not even, well actually, I lied. It's been 1 full year since Psychopomp Gold released. Actually, yeah, no, like a full year. And a year and some months since the original Psychopomp. It almost seems like this game started development. Because if we have this much in it already and it's in full development, this was probably initially like bare bones started development probably all the way back in March, honestly. Because between Psychopomp 1 and the Psychopomp 1 remake in Gold, that was a January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That was a 9-month spread. And it looks like there was a lot done in here already. So I honestly wouldn't even be surprised because it's been a full year since Psychopomp Gold released. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this came out like March of next year. Because to me, Carbonic pumps out his games fast. Like, it's almost scary how fast Psychopomp Gold came by. And I had told my friend too, I'm like, when Carbonic drops a trailer, that means it's coming soon. And that is in no way trying to rush him or his development process, but I could genuinely see this coming out between January earliest and March or April latest. But with how much skill was evolved between Psychopomp Gold and this game, I wouldn't be shocked if it even took a full year, like until next October, for it to be done either. And I will patiently wait. This is like my favorite game ever. My favorite game ever. So, oh, I accidentally opened Minecraft. I'm done yapping my ass off. I'm going to close this recording and edit it as much as I can. Love y'all. Stay creative. Peace.